Good evening, everyone. Severe Other Team 9 meteorologist Nate the Judge joining you for this edition of Nate at 8. Coming up, we're talking about even warmer temperatures ahead here over the next 3 days. We're even going to spot some sunshine likely for your Thursday as well. Before a warm up into the weekend, a cool down will then follow for your Sunday. That will mark a cooler pattern in place as we extend into next week. So, our current temperatures right now are into the 40s. We are on our way back into the 30s tonight, likely settling around the mid 30s as we extended to tomorrow morning. And we'll see as we go through the night, likely a decrease in cloud cover. That decrease in cloud cover will allow for the latter part of tonight to see some areas of fog develop. So that's one thing to watch for tomorrow morning. Not anticipating any precipitation, but some areas of fog to watch for tomorrow morning's commute, some of which could be dense, slow you down a little bit with a reduction in visibility for tomorrow morning's commute. The fog will then lift as we get into the latter part of the morning. And then we're going to be left with, as we go into tomorrow afternoon, like I mentioned, at least some sunshine. Unfortunately, can't enjoy sunny skies tomorrow. Certainly would be nice, but as you can see, more clouds will spill back into the area. But notice there are some breaks in that cloud cover. There's certainly still some sunshine to be had. High temperatures then topping off around the mid 50s, about 10 degrees warmer with respect to what we had for today. Joe, good evening. Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Nate at 8. So temperatures mid 50s for tomorrow, and they just continue to climb up. By Friday, we're likely taking aim into the 60s, a far cry from those normal highs in the 30s for this time of the year. Notice that while temperatures do trend warmer, we do see a return of some showers. I think it's possible to spot some showers even for early tomorrow night. Now, I know our future cast isn't showing that, but I would watch even during this time period. Even before midnight. Again, I know Futurecast isn't showing it, but I think it's a possibility that we may spot at least some showers initially early tomorrow night. And then as we progress throughout the night, more showers will filter back in for Friday morning. And we'll deal with these showers just occasionally as we go throughout Friday. It's still possible that we see a rumble of thunder at times, not anticipating any severe thunderstorms, but the rumble of thunder is possible as we go throughout your Friday within some of these heavier showers. And there's our high temperatures, even in the 60s into Friday afternoon. By Friday night, then likely a bit of a lull in precipitation. We could at least see some drizzle, but as you see in the future cast, that we'll likely start to see a lot of the break in a lot of this rain for Friday night. But it's short lived. By Saturday morning, more rain will move back into the area. We'll see that rain just occasionally throughout Saturday. And then in the wake of a cold front passage, that's when our temperatures are going to drop off. And we'll still likely see some showers linger Saturday night into Sunday. But as temperatures are dropping, we get a transition from rain to snow. So highs 60s on Friday, likely not far behind that for high temperature Saturday. And then our temperatures come crashing back down with highs in the 30s. And Sunday's a situation where morning lows are likely falling to near freezing. And then we may warm a degree or two, and that is it in the afternoon. So we're really hovering the mid lower 30s going throughout Sunday. And by Sunday evening, temperatures have likely fallen into the 20s. I don't foresee much when it comes to snow accumulations for the second half of the weekend, but we still have to watch at least for some more minor impacts possible for the second half of the weekend. At least some slick spots are going to be possible on our roads. So it's something we'll continue to monitor for Sunday. But right now, I'd watch for at least the potential there for some more minor impacts for the second half of the weekend, and then continuing Sunday night. By Monday, no issues there, especially into the afternoon. We'll spot more sun breaking up Monday, highs above freezing. And while initially Monday morning, at least some slick spots are possible on our roads, I don't foresee any issues by the time we get into Monday afternoon. Rainfall amounts upwards of about a half of an inch. Now, like I mentioned, we can have some thunderstorms in the mix. If we see those come to fruition, we can see some locally higher amounts, but even within any thunderstorms, still not anticipating anything excessive. So the rain for Friday and Saturday, overall, it looks to be more of a nuisance than anything impactful as we extend into the weekend. And again, that snow shower potential there for Sunday. I just don't foresee a whole lot in terms of any snow accumulations the second half of the weekend. And we're likely looking at most, more minor potential impacts there for the second half of the weekend. So thankfully, nothing major looks to be coming our way through the weekend. We'll likely see some breezy winds for a lot of this stretch, at least wind gusts 20, 30 miles per hour. I think at times Friday and Saturday, wind gusts could exceed 40 miles per hour. We get some gusty shower potential with the series there, these cold front passages going into the weekend. So it's something to watch for. I think we still could get some gusty showers in the mix Friday, Saturday. But right now, again, our risk for severe weather does look low. The risk for flooding looks low. Again, more of a nuisance than anything impactful, but just something to watch for. Still some gusty winds in general could be possible at times Friday, Saturday. And then Sunday, still maintaining a breeze. Wind gusts still 30, 35 miles per hour potentially up to Sunday. And of course, that's going to add certainly wind chill will be a factor, right? It's going to add a chill to the air, and it'll feel like it's in the 20s with temperatures in the 30s. And it's going to feel quite cold to us coming off of these 50s and 60s that we'll deal with over the next 3 days. Anna, good morning. Anna saying good morning. Well, good morning there, Anna. Rick, thanks for joining us. And Austin, good evening. Today was crazy. It kind of felt warm, but that air felt so chilly, and still had a little chill to the air today, Austin. Wait until the next 3 days. We're going to start to lose a lot less of that chill to the air. And it will feel, I think a lot of us could say, feeling warm to us with these highs, 50s, 60s here over the next 3 days. And of course, the day to enjoy these warmer temperatures, maybe you want to get out and maybe take a walk, right? And the 50s is still quite cool, but coming off of 20s and 30s, it feels warm to see highs in the mid 50s. Tomorrow's going to be a good day for anything outdoors, and then less desirable, unfortunately, Friday, Saturday, once we start to see more rain in the mix. Those temperatures, though, will likely trend a little warmer with respect to Thursday for both Friday as well as Saturday. Looking ahead next week, as you can see, it does look cooler with respect to this week. Highs 30s, 40s, the warmest temp there, mid-lower 40s Tuesday. Overall, it's a cooler stretch of weather, at least a more seasonable stretch of weather. And at times, yes, likely back below normal. We could see temperatures closer to that 30-degree mark. And maybe, I wouldn't be surprised, maybe we'll throw some 20s for highs in later next week. It looks like another shot of some cold air coming our way for the latter part of next week. So we'll be watching that. And following this weekend, next Wednesday would be our falling round of precipitation. More of a mix of some rain and snow, with those high temperatures still likely near 40 degrees. And then potential there into next Thursday. We may spot that lingering snow shower into next Thursday, something we'll keep an eye on. All right, well, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. Enjoy, if you don't like the cold, the unseasonably warm temperatures here over the next 3 days. And if you like the winter weather, well, wait until we get to next week and temperatures are going to drop back down. Nothing like what we had going into New Year's Day. That stretch there, quite that cold looking ahead to next week, but nonetheless, more seasonable temperatures will make their return next week. And this up and down, mild and cold, just pattern continues here as we do extend into next week. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in. Catch me coming up News 9 at 10 on Fox 9 News, 9 to 9, 11 for the latest. And as always, from that next edition of Nate at 8. Rocco saying hello, joining us on YouTube. Why, hello there. Thanks for joining us on this edition of Nate at 8. Again, coming up on the next edition, we're going to be talking about that rain into your Friday and Saturday coming up tomorrow evening. So make sure to stay tuned for the latest on that. Until then, have a wonderful night. I'll see all of you on the next edition of Nate at 8. Have a good night.